Hey, welcome to Wendling Farms. I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Before we know it, those two red machines in the corners are going to be out and in the field. It's that time of year again. Right now we're in the process of getting things ready for harvest. Well, we are for harvest, but we're starting off with fall tillage. So this is our only fall tillage implement we have. This 875 Case IH chisel plow. The 580 goes on this chisel plow, so I want to back this out of here, unhook this from the Magnum, hook the 580 up to it, get it all hooked up, ready to go. Just make sure this thing's field ready, and then can be taken over to a shed, and we're just going to stick it in the shed and let her sit till we need it. And then after that gets done, we got auger carts to get ready. We got heads to service. We got a few weeks worth of, uh-oh. The power was left on. I think the battery's still alive. Well, good, the battery wasn't drained. Luckily, all these are labeled here. I think it was the field cultivator. They were labeled top and bottom. So our other tractors don't have these color-coded options on them. So yes, it would be very easy if we just put all these colorful zip ties on here so you know exactly where your hoses are going. But we usually just label on here, you know, this hose here is one left. So you go to remote number 1, plug her in the left side. So like on that older quad track, I say older, I mean, it's not that old, but the non-AFS Connect quad track, they're top and bottom. So like on the field cultivator, it said one top, one bottom, and it had us all confused because this one's right and left. But makes it pretty simple when you do it like that. You could also do it, like I said, with the color coding on the hoses. Maybe I should go that route. That would be pretty nice instead of just writing with Sharpies on here, but oh well. We're all hooked up here. I just got to get this Linda hand here all situated. This just gets the hoses out away from the draw bar, just hangs them up real nice. What I don't understand is this. These are for the pressure on the rolling baskets, and as you can see, they're very short compared to everything else. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna trace back the hoses and see which ones they are. See where the slack is and pull some more to the front. But I don't like that because when you turn this thing, it's gonna really get tight on these hoses. Well, I'll tell you what I did here. As you can see, I got some slack in these little hoses. I took them off of this bracket here that was holding them down to the frame. So now they're just strung up here. Pulled as tight as I could. Got all the slack out from there and just kept pulling. And now we got some slack here and they're in pretty decent shape now. So it's about as good as it's gonna get. And I also was looking over this chisel plow, you know, just seeing if it was greased. And yes, it was greased. The points all look good. Probably just need to check the air pressure in the tires.
See how they're worn here? You can flip them and put that worn side up there because the dirt's grinding off right there.
Get another season out of them.
Yeah, or two.
Yeah, I think we changed all of these 2 years ago, a year ago.
Oh,
Did it go down the drain?
It almost went down the drain. Should I leave that on there?
Yeah, see if it rides all season.
Flip it and stick it.
Yeah, you can really see the
wear.
So I'm gonna take this tractor outside, pull it in front of the fuel tanks, fill it up with fuel and DEF, unfold it, make sure all the hydraulics are working correctly. Also need to unfold it because those two shanks need to drop down and we gotta flip over those shank savers. Seal. Here, give me that thing, would ya? This cab seal here is shot. It was flaking off down here, as you can see. Just ripped it off. I've been working at it here for a second. The cab seal's all shot, so Dad got a new one. So we just got to rip off this one that was on here. This ain't original, is it, Dad?
No, I'm sure it's not.
Yeah, I don't think this is the original one anyway, but surely not. Seal here on the door.
Yeah, there is.
Ooh, that comes off nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to make sure I'm putting the right pieces back on, and then this one here. Okay, so this goes on the door.
Why don't you take a look at your instructions?
I did, but they're not 100%. Well, how does this come off right up here, bud? Is that just stuck on there?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Hold on. Stuck on there.
Does it go on up? How high up does it go? See that, baby?
Dad, I think I remember as a kid climbing up in here, in this door. Came out of its open position right there. Smacked me right in the head.
Probably did, eh?
So we got that cab seal kit, or whatever you want to call it, new cab seal. It's all on here, and it works awesome. Seals up really nice. Need to take some glue here and get this little corner piece stuck on there pretty good, but other than that, this thing seals up great. So just thought I'd show you guys. I know it's a different day, but we did finish that, and it's great. We'll pull this tractor and mower out of the way because I'm gonna back out this 8250. Time to get the combine out. Alrighty, folks. Is she gonna start? Cross her fingers. Oh yeah. I need your help with two things.
What?
I need you to help me back out the combine, make sure I don't hit anything.
Yeah.
And I want you to hold these guys.
Okay.
You're in charge of this. Yeah, you gotta turn the camera around, Dad. You gotta turn it around. Well, folks, I know I have the magic of editing, but that clip right there was not edited. That was the first try. So there are 3 grease zerks on each row. So there's 36 grease zerks just here in the front, and then you have your knuckles on your shafts back here and whatnot. But you have one here, number 2 right here, and then number 3's right here. So we got those all to do along here on the front, all these rows. And then, yeah, like I said, back here, you've got your universals like this here. It's really nice that they put these here on the end and not inside, so those are easy to get to. Got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same on the other side. I knew I wouldn't get too far without having to put a new tube of grease in this thing. Figured out my problem. Yeah, I keep hearing you hooping and hollering over here. What's going on? I wish all of our radios automatically
Watch it just automatically turns on.
Channel 1.
Auto radio check 1 2 1 2. For this kind of thing, we shut it off. Watch, boom, it just goes off.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Zone 1.
Okay,
Channel 1.
On the t-shirt front, have you seen some unusual t-shirts? We talked about the
How about a radio check?
in the Glock, I believe, I think is what the original.
Yeah, I got you there, loud and clear.
First caller mentioned. So yeah, there's kind of a takeoff on that.
Big
Some of the
10-4.
t-shirts.
Appreciate the comeback.
All right. Well, the radio works good. That'll be nice for tiling. I'm checking these gearboxes here on the rows. Come on. Oh, man. It's kind of difficult to see the oil on there, but I believe it's a little bit low. So we're gonna go get some.
Can you get it broke loose?
Yeah, we're gonna need some oil for these. Now those 2 were low, so I went ahead and added oil here in this first unit. Just got a bucket here of gear oil and just pumping some in if they need it, and if they don't, just tighten them back up and on to the next. I checked everything over. All the units are fine. All the gearboxes are fine. the gathering chains do need oiled. So I'll take that corn head here in a second and I'll run it, and Dad will go through and oil all the gathering chains. Dad's just going through his little pump sprayer full of oil and diesel fuel, and he's just oiling up all the chains. We got a Ghost Rider here. That's how you cheat out the safety switch in the seat. And now we're gonna service up this 8-row corn head. I went ahead and got this thing hooked up to the combine. Well, just hooked up to the feeder house. I don't have anything else hooked up. The hydraulics aren't hooked up. PTO shafts are not hooked up. It's just sitting on the combine. So I cannot get my grease gun on this here unless I move this Zerk up a little bit. So if it was in that position, it'd be about perfect. The problem is now it's loose. So if I want to go to tighten it, I pull it down. Now it's starting to get tight. Well, look where the grease Zerk's at, pointing straight down. Let's call over the expert. Hey, Dad, come here. Here he comes.
Yeah, it's just these 2 bolts right here. And then I wonder if it'll go all the way around and get it tight.
Oh,
See what I'm saying? It's spinning and hitting right now, but if this guard's off, then you can take that all the way around. Just take them 2 off, see how easy you get to that. I want to look at it.
Okay. You know that gearing Hoff, you just grease Zerk's right here on the bottom side.
It ain't a gearing Hoff.
It ain't a gearing Hoff, folks. I'm just gonna start with taking off this shield right here. 2 bolts. Take this off and see if I can turn that grease Zerk all the way around and get it rolled nice and tight, pointed in the right direction. That's what I gotta do. So yesterday when I was working on this here, I knew it was gonna happen. I ended up breaking one of the grease Zerks off the end of this. So threads were stuck inside the shaft and I couldn't tap them out. So I took it up to Berkey's and they just put a new shaft in for me. It was actually pretty simple. Just popped this out, pulled that shaft out, put the new one in with the bearings. Bearings are all fine, so we just needed a new shaft. Put that in, and now I'm going to assemble this back up here on the corn head. Just got to slide this up, put it in, zip everything tight, put the grease Zerk on, and not break it, and then grease it. Oh, I got lucky. You gotta watch, because these knives here have to match up when they spin, and everything is perfect. So only had to do that once. So this is in fact just like the gearing Hoff head. Loosen this up, check the dipstick. Can't really tell on the camera, but yeah, we're in good shape here. So 1 down, 7 to go. Alrighty folks, well this 4408 has had its Michael Wendling CMI and everything seems to be in good shape. All the gearboxes have been gone through, greased everything, checked all the chains. So yeah, we're in really good shape here on this corn head. The only other thing that needs to be done is the gathering chains need oiled, but we gotta do that outside because we just use a little pump sprayer like you saw on the other corn head we did. And just soak down the chains, get them oiled up. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit subscribe. You've made it this far, and if you're not a subscriber to the channel, you might as well become one. It doesn't cost anything, just click that subscribe button and welcome to the channel. So also give this video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.